Welcome Knightline Live with your hosts Jerry Middleton and Rick Fletcher. Knightline Live is filmed in front of a studio audience. Welcome to Knightline Live. It's Monday, the 14th of November, and we've got a really big show tonight, as Ed Sullivan used to say.
Going back in the archives on that one, Jerry.
Well, we'll end in the archives, too, with Jack Benny and Gracie. But anyway, I'm Jerry Middleton, and along with me, as usual, is Rick Fletcher. And Rick, it's a nice, warm, balmy day out.
Well, the weather forecast was not in our plan, but let's talk. It's supposed to snow tonight.
Oh,
I mean, I'll tell you, what does that mean? Basketball. We're going to be doing a lot of basketball. We got a lot going on, Jerry. But first, we have some things we got to go over. A little housekeeping, I like to say. So what's going on? Tell us what's going on.
Well, on Friday, we're broadcasting the girls' basketball game, JV and Varsity. And that's going to start at 6 o'clock against those Indians from Union City. And you and Mark Kirkhoff will be on the call that night.
All right.
And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing boys basketball opening night against Seton, and that game is played at Earlham.
Right.
6 o'clock JV start.
The traditional before Thanksgiving game.
And then Saturday after Thanksgiving is the all-day marathon.
We'll be in the gym all day. That's exactly right.
Girls basketball starts at 1 o'clock with JV and Varsity to follow, and then we'll clear the gym. And then we'll come back with boys JV at 6 and boys Varsity to follow.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, Jerry, we want to inform our viewers, we will not be having a show next week. We're taking a week off for Thanksgiving. But just like you outlined, it's not like we're home resting.
No.
Okay, we'll be busy. We'll be doing a lot of broadcasts and a lot of those types of things. So we'll still be busy, but there will be no Knightline next Monday night. We'll come back in 2 weeks with a very special guest. Maybe we'll touch on that later on. The other thing is, we've got this TV thing. You tell us what's happening there.
A lot of our people, or a lot of our viewers, or millions and millions that we have out there, like to watch the replays of the basketball games.
Right.
And we have just struck a deal with WETV that's going to rebroadcast those games like 3 times that week or something to that effect. So you can now catch it on your 64-inch screen TV rather than your 14-inch monitor that you might have or something. So that's a big deal because that goes all the way to Indianapolis.
Yeah, so if you go to Facebook and if you're a friend of Northeastern Livestream, or if you're not a friend, you ought to become a friend. But go to Northeastern, go to Facebook and search Northeastern Livestream. The schedule is up. It's probably the first thing you're going to come to, and that'll change month by month, and they'll be running those rebroadcasts.
And you'll know if you're at the right place because you'll see Mr. Luby on there and Mr. Rogers and saying, "Would you like to be my friend?" And yes, we would. We'd love to have you as a friend.
We ought to give a plug for Steve Luby because we're going to talk about his gambling losses here in a second.
$1.12 of it.
So lots of things happening. Kind of we're starting to gear up now. We've gone through a lull in the schedule, but we're really starting to gear up. So let's talk about NFL scores on the local scene here.
Who would have ever thought? Obviously, Steve Luby didn't. That the Colts would be the only local winner that we would have.
Who knew? All right, so I guess if you want to be an NFL coach, you're probably in line to be a coach, Jerry.
I mean, I would love to have that job.
Well, you keep your phone on, okay, because you might be getting a call because the Colts, led by a great player, by all accounts, a great man, okay, never coached beyond high school. He took his team, and it's never, when you first come in when they fire the head coach and they bring a new guy in, it's never a good transition.
No, it never is.
But it looked like this was a good transition. I don't know what that's going to mean for the Colts going on, but they were able to win yesterday. Granted, it was against the Raiders, probably one of the more disappointing teams in the NFL. But hey, a win's a win, baby. That's how it goes down. So they won. The Browns, they got beat rather soundly.
Yep.
And boy, but how about the Bears game?
Oh.
Right?
Our studio audience is chiming in on this one.
Well, we have to tell the story behind that. Bears got beat in the last minute or last play of the game, or very close, 31-30. Mr. Luby, our executive producer, had the parlay, but the Bears had to win. If they win, he wins.
Let's put, but he had $1.12 on it.
Well, to him that was lunch money. That was his lunch money. And the Bears, didn't they lose very late in the game? I don't know if it was the last play of the game. Anybody know?
Maybe we'll start a GoFundMe page for him.
Get his $1.12 back. So, anyways, the Bears lost. They lost to the Detroit Lions. So whatever.
Yep.
Luby lost his bet. I don't know if he should be betting anyways, but especially with the lunch money. But anyways, he's sadder for that, but it's for entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
All right. So if you go to FanDuel or whatever those betting sites are, you're only doing it for entertainment. You're not trying to make any money. That's how you're doing it. All right, we had some all-conference.
That's what I heard.
We can start with football, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of Knights made all-conference and honorable mention. Well-deserved on all of them.
Yes, absolutely.
So in football, Carson Terrell, he was an all-conference player. Noah Ammerman was also all-conference. I'll tell you what, we're going to miss that combination right there.
Oh, absolutely.
The last couple of years, especially between Carson and Noah, they were able to hook up for some exciting plays, of which we haven't seen around here in a long time.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're going to miss them. We wish them the best of luck going forward and whatever they want to do. Their stats were great. I mean, for both of these guys.
Yep.
So well-deserved for both Carson and Noah Ammerman. Here's another well-deserved player, is Calvin Berhalter.
Absolutely.
Just a steady, solid player, a leader. I've always referred to Calvin as the man amongst men. He just leader all the way. So congratulations to him. Caleb Harmon.
Yep, another one.
Another player just established himself on both sides of the ball, not only on offense but on defense at that defensive end spot. So congratulations to Caleb. Here's another guy. Well, I like to call him the quiet assassin. This is my own interpretation. This is Blaine Bry. All she heard was his name over the loudspeaker all year. He was either led the Knights in tackles or came close.
Yep.
But boy, he was just a steady player, and he was recognized all conference for all TEC. So Blaine, congratulations. Looking forward to seeing Blaine in cheerleading this winter. So that's what we're going to look forward to there. Another solid player at that defensive, that middle linebacker spot would be Ethan Neely.
Oh, yes, absolutely on that.
So great job, Ethan. You're just a solid player. You stuck him in there. Not only, and Ethan wasn't big, but he was fast and a sure tackler. And he was recognized as an all-conference player. Honorable mention, Dylan Isaacs. My only surprise is that he wasn't an all-conference player, but, an honorable mention, so he's honored.
He had a great second half of the year.
I tell you, Dylan, starting in the Centerville game.
Yes.
And when those games were all on the line, going right through to the end, that sectional game with Heritage Christian, he was solid as anybody. You put him in there at that running back position, and he wasn't coming down after the first hit. It took 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. So congratulations to Dylan and Justice Hollingsworth. Again, another quiet, solid player, went both ways, defensive tackle and offensive line. Recognized by his peers. These are good honors, great honors to have. Whether you're an all-conference or an honorable mention, somebody recognized your talent level and the things that you're doing. So, fellas, the parting shot for football. We're going into winter sports now, but congratulations to you guys. We wish we were still playing, but we're not. But you know what? You guys had great careers. All seniors, all of them,
Yes.
right? So they're all going to have to be replaced. There's 8 of them. I wish Luke Higdon was on there somewhere as a kicker, but he wasn't. But I'm going to give him props because he had a great year. What a great thing to have a kicker, really.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to miss Luke. Hopefully we got someone who can replace him. All these guys are going to be missed, all right? You're going to miss their play. You're going to miss their leadership. And they all grew up together from 2 years ago when they were getting pretty much blown out by everybody else. They came together. They won the TEC this year. Congratulations to them. Well-deserved, all of them, Jerry.
Absolutely.
And volleyball.
Well, volleyball coming off of a great season, so you should have some all-conference people.
You do. You got 3 made all-conference, and you and I might dispute this a little bit. We thought maybe we could add a couple more to this, but, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Brielle Fisher.
Yep.
Well-deserved. Brielle's been there since she was a senior. She's a senior. She's played since she was a freshman, and she's seen some very lean times in volleyball. So you're happy for someone like Brielle and all the seniors who saw the low time, but were able to get that sectional and play well in the regional. So it was great. So Brielle Fisher. Then we got Lily Null. A great player, just a great all-around player. And here's another one, Jerry, Olivia Null.
Absolutely. That and she's one of those unsung players.
Yeah.
Because usually, like we were talking earlier, the front row players are the ones that usually get the props.
Well, I learned a lot from just listening to you on the broadcast years, especially when it came to Olivia. She's a libero defensive player. Just being in the right spot at the right time, when they're about to block, that ball can go, they're there to get them in the right position. She has very high volleyball IQ.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to them. You and I talked beforehand. We could have added Maddie Osterman and
Neely
and Emma Neely could have been on there very easily, but. Emma's coming back. Maddie had a great career, so congratulations. Honorable mention, Ella Coddington. Was there a volleyball player who improved more from beginning to end than Ella?
No, I think that her growth was astronomical.
Well, not only in her play, but she was a monster in when in the big games, sectional time and regional time. She was an absolute monster.
Big time tips.
Yeah, absolutely. And she improved a lot, not only in her play, but her leadership ability. Because when you're the setter, you're the quarterback, okay? You're the leader on the floor. She never came off. She was always on the floor. And she really grew into that role. And so congratulations to Ella. Looking forward to next year volleyball.
Yep.
We're already looking forward to that. All right, so volleyball's over, and congratulations, girls. Job well done.
Absolutely, job well done.
All right, we got a little archery we're going to touch on before we go to a break here, Jerry. Archery had between 65 and 70 kids. I mean,
that's amazing.
Now that's middle school and high school. I don't care how you pair it. That is a lot of kids.
That's a bunch of kids.
So, wow. That's all I can say is, wow. They have so many players or shooters, or I think they're called shooters. We're going to learn about archery just like we did everything else, okay? But that they now have 5 coaches. They started out with 3. All right, so they added a couple of coaches. And let me tell you, these coaches, I don't think they get paid.
Nope.
They're all volunteers. They're doing this it's a labor of love for them. So Brian Richmond, Doug Burholter, and Judy Fry, we already knew about them. And Randy Roberson and Jason Melton are also stepping in to help out coach. When you got 70 shooters, you're going to need a lot of coaching staff.
Oh, yeah, you need a lot.
Yeah, so congratulations to them for that. Now, if you're a parent, a coach, or somebody, we're looking for a video when you go to a meet. We want videos. So if you have an iPhone, shoot it landscape. That's long ways, okay? Brian Richmond has my cell phone number. You can text it to us, get it to us. We want to show some videos, all right? We can't be there. You're going to have to help us out. So if you're a parent and you're going to these meets, go ahead and see if you can get some videos. If there's a home meet, we'll try to be there and get some of that. So, but 70 kids, that's a lot, Jerry.
That's a bunch.
That's a bunch. All right, I think housekeeping's over. We need a break.
We need a little break. Come back with some girls basketball.
We'll talk girls basketball.
Stay tuned with us because we will be having the senior boys with us tonight.
Yeah, they'll be on shortly. So this is Knightline, and we'll be back after these messages.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
KOA exit 151A, registration in the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin. Relax at one of the fire pits or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip. At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and little girls basketball right now. The season has started. The girls beat Muncie Central and then had a couple losses after that, 3 games into the season.
Oh, let's talk about the first game. Is against Muncie Central, a 4A school. They came down here. Okay, they probably, they're a city school, and we talked about that on the broadcast. And if people want to go see the rebroadcast of that, they can go to the ihsaatv.org website and see that. But a good start for the Lady Knights. They're still a young team, Jerry. I think they're learning how to play together. Play as a team. They got down early in that one, but they came out in the second half. What we saw was a couple of things. Addie Mastriana had a good game, solid game in that one. Toward the end of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter, it was Justice Slick and Ava Mikesell.
Yes.
They basically took over in that one. So it was a good start to the season for the Lady Knights. They also had a couple other games. We'll talk about those in a minute, Jerry. After the game, we were able to talk to Coach Cody.
Yes.
All right, as is our custom after all live streams. And we also gave out our first basketball Subway player of the game. That was Justice Slick. So right now, let's go to those and see what these guys have to say.
Welcome back to Northeastern for the First Financial Bank Coach's Comment Show, brought to you by Beth Beatty. And with me is Coach Dudley in his first career win. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. I wish it wasn't, as close as it was, but it made me sweat a little bit there for sure.
Sweat. I mean, we knew we were in good shape when the ball got tossed.
I'm glad someone did.
As expected, a slow start.
Yeah.
It's usually the way it works, first games of the year. And obviously Muncie Central already had a game in. And so that made a little bit of a difference. Halftime adjustment. Yeah. After the second half, just like in the JV game, they come out and played a little bit different basketball. Much more exciting and cutting to the basket and so forth, a lot of entry passes.
Yeah.
So what was the discussion on that?
So we kind of went into halftime. We could see they were just kind of overthinking things, trying to get into different sets, and they just weren't playing naturally. So we kind of went into halftime and just said, hey, like let's kind of cut all of this and just play hoops. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good basketball players, and so that was kind of the message. You're never out of it. There's a whole nother half of basketball. Let's come out, do what we do. We had to make a little adjustment defensively because we were down, so we weren't going to be able to kind of pack it in. We were going to have to kind of, make it happen. But that was the discussion at halftime.
So, I'm an old volleyball coach, and I equate missed free throws to missed serves.
Yeah.
And that's why my hair is gray. You see what you got to look forward to here?
Oh, I know. It seemed like we couldn't hit one early, and then down the stretch at the end of the game, they came through clutch. Justice and Ava knocked them down. So.
And that's when it's big, down the clutch.
Yeah.
You can make mistakes early in the ball game and overcome, but you can't make them late and overcome them.
Yeah.
A 10-point win over Muncie Central, who beat us 3 last year.
Yeah.
I think it's a good win for you. And so you're off until Friday. I think you travel to Franklin County.
Yep. And they're playing pretty well right now.
Oh, yeah, and they should be big. They should be strong. We thought, the core of people that we thought should play well did. I thought Mikesel, Mastriano, those two did a really good job. Slick did a really good job tonight. I think that was a big deal.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about. You have to find a role, and we kind of have defined roles. But Marissa Cates, Chloe Cook, Camille Angie, Cam McFarland is kind of our steady hand to start the game.
And like you said, Chloe Cook, she came in and had 2 or 3 huge baskets.
Yeah, and she's just ultra aggressive, and that's her role for us. She knows she's going to come in spurts, and she just gives us everything she has off the bench in spurts. So everybody, those roles are going to shake out, throughout the year, but they already kind of know what's expected of them when they're in there.
Well, Coach, congratulations on your first win. That's a huge deal. And, monkey's off the back now, off the player's back, you're back. Now you can go on out and play a little looser. And so that's great. Congratulations on it. Looking for an exciting season, I think.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, this has been Jerry Middleton, and along with Coach Dudley here on the First Financial Bank Coach's Comment Show, brought to you by Beth Beatty. Rick and myself will be back after these messages to wrap things up on the Knights Broadcasting Network.
Hey, give me 5. Are we good on the video? We're back here at Northeastern High School. The Lady Knights defeated the Bearcats of Muncie Central 59-49. And then Subway, player of the game, I'm here with Justice Slick. Subway, with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. Go to a Subway near you, and you can eat fresh at Subway. And our player of the game is Justice Slick. Justice, how are you?
I'm doing great, a little bit.
All
Took
right.
it a little rough out there.
Well, it was getting rough. It was fast. It was a lot of physicality out there, a lot of physicality. So I want to say you guys started slow in the first half. Free throws and layups were hard to come by. So, but third and fourth quarter, you came on and you kind of took over along with, there's a lot of others. Addie Mastriano had a great game. Ava Mikesell in the fourth quarter again. You hit some big free throws at the end. So tell us about this game.
This game coming into, like, we were really nervous, and I was nervous myself playing on an injury, and I guess it just really took that, like, encouragement from Coach to just come in the second half and just give it all I got, and we pulled it all together. I'm really proud of everyone. We did a great job tonight.
Yeah, there was a good job. We finally, down the stretch, we did hit our free throws. I imagine we're going to be working on that in practice, I guess. Is that right? All right, so you got a couple more games this week. We're going to Franklin County on Friday, to LaPel on Saturday. So you got started late, but now the schedule picks up. So what are your thoughts of coming up in the upcoming games?
I'm just excited. Just by the way we played tonight, I'm excited for Friday and Saturday. See what's going to happen.
Good to get those first game jitters out of the way.
I feel like everyone's ready for this weekend.
All right, well, congratulations. I'm sure we'll see you back up here again at some point. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to Coach, I think Cody Dudley, if not one of his assistants for the First Financial Bank Coaches Comment section. This is Lady Knights Basketball on the Knights Basketball Network.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and some good interviews there.
Yeah, we get a feel. That's what we like to do. We like to get the players and the coaches on here to see what they have to say. Again, nobody wants to listen to us talk all this time. So the Lady Knights, they went on the road Friday and Saturday night, had a couple tough losses, Jerry. Really, like Friday night, they were in the game. It was tied at halftime. Free throws became an issue. I think.
Well, free throws was an issue against Muncie Central too.
Yeah, and that it was a little better on Friday night. Now I wasn't there Saturday. You were.
Saturday was okay.
Yeah, so they gotta improve on. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, because in Franklin County they hit their free throws down the stretch, and that's what made them pull away in that game at the end. A winnable game.
The games were carbon copies of each other.
They actually were, because they were close at the half. Franklin County was tied at the half. LaPel, it was
a 3-point ball game.
3-point ball game. So you're right there. You're in the mix. Trying to get a road win. I think, Jerry, what we're seeing with girls basketball, they're still young. Okay, they're young together as a team. And it's like any sports team. We saw this in volleyball, all right? You learn to play as a team, okay? Because everybody on a team, if you're an individual player, you want to win so badly for your team that you try to do too much sometimes.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm not a coach. I'm going to be the first person to say that. I'm not a coach. But I think with the young ladies there, or the Lady Knights, if they can learn to do, they can do more with less, if you understand what I'm saying, okay? Don't try to do too much. Keep within the schemes that the coaches have for you, and I think they're going to be okay, honestly. They have good players. They have a good team. We've talked to a lot of them. They like their team. The players like their team. The coaches like their team. A couple early losses. A lot of season left. We're just getting geared up here. We haven't even started yet. So I think they're going to be okay, because there's a lot of talent on this team.
Well, I'd rather win the last 6 than the first 6.
Absolutely. That is absolutely correct. And so you're still in the mix for a lot of things. Tomorrow night they got a game. They're going back on the road, third road game in a row. That's a lot of traveling for these young men.
Union County conference game.
Conference game, your opening conference game. This is the team that beat you for the sectional title last year.
Yes.
You beat them in the regular season, but they beat you in the sectional championship. So there's a lot on the line on this game tomorrow. Conference, it'd be good to go out, start out with a win in the conference. So if you get a chance, get out there, go see that ball game. Union County's not that far away. 6 o'clock JV starts. Be there and cheer on your Lady Knights. Friday night we'll have the game.
Yep.
You won't be able to be there, but Mark Kirchhoff will be with us. And so we'll be broadcasting that game on the Knights Broadcasting Network. And be in the gym. You know, what's the broadcast? What do we say all the time? What do we say?
Show up and watch it after the game.
Watch the broadcast later, okay? We want you in the gym, so be in the gym Friday night as the Union City Indians come to town in the 2 conference games in a row.
Yep.
So it's a big week for the Lady Knights. They really have an opportunity to get their season on track here, and so hopefully that can happen. So.
Well, I think we're against the clock here.
Yes,
on
we
girls
are.
basketball, so we got to move on.
Move on. When we come back, we'll have senior night for boys basketball, Jerry.
And I'm sure this could be very interesting.
Well, we're going to see. Hopefully it won't go off the rails.
Well, Rick, it's a good possibility off the rails is where it's going to head.
All right. This is Knightline. We'll be back after these messages.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
Do you need assistance and you don't know where to turn? We can help. From fixing meals, medicine reminders, personal hygiene, rides to appointments, someone to talk to, and much more. Guardian at Home Servicing, all of Wayne County. All you really want is for your loved ones to enjoy life. Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
With local BTV, it's easier than ever to view all that WCTV offers.
I can now stream local government meetings direct to my TV.
Now I can watch local programming right from my phone.
I can easily view recorded and live events on my computer.
With a few clicks on any device, you're ready to view WGTV Channel 11, WETV Channel 20, and WCTV Channel 21. With local BTV, you're able to stay entertained and informed.
Hi, I'm Lily Nall with Knightline. Boys basketball has started, and we are here Saturday morning at Northeastern High School doing what we call Sights and Sounds. So sit back and enjoy sights and sounds of Northeastern boys basketball.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and with us tonight is 3 of the 5 players, and we'll have the other two on another segment here. But we have Mr. Mikesell and Mr. Luby and Mr. Scaretti. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, good. So the question everybody wants to know, Mr. Luby, who's your favorite teacher?
I would have to say KFR.
There you go.
All right, that's
a good choice.
That's a good choice right there.
Well, you've been grounded now.
Well, guys, welcome to the show. We appreciate it. So, hey, you're all seniors now. It goes fast, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Keaton, I'm going to start down there. You guys, 5 of you seniors here, you've all kind of grown up together playing basketball. How does that play into now here you guys are seniors competing for big things?
We've been growing up together, as you said, and collaborating. We got our team chemistry, so we all kind of know each other pretty well. Over the last 4 years, we just gotten better, so now it's time to put it together for our last ride.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to the season starting?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you always are. Grant, I want to ask you, you guys came off a very successful cross-country season. As a matter of fact, probably one of the better seasons. I mean, you're that team there that you were on for the last 2-3 years. Can you carry that success? Does that carry over into the next sport? Or
Yeah, I would say so. I think it'd be awesome to at least make it to semi-state in 2 sports in a a row.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice accomplishment to have.
State championship wouldn't be bad either, would it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so does doing something like cross country, does that prepare you, get you physically ready for the rigors of a basketball season? Or?
Some would say so, but I think it's completely different type of conditioning.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all, but yeah.
All right. Carson, you also had a pretty successful season. You made it to the sectional championship, you and Trade in New York. So I want to ask you that same question. Do you see that translating over to the next sport that you're in, or is there anything you can take from that success to bring into the new season here?
Well, I'd definitely say that it doesn't help my conditioning at all.
Yeah.
Because I play doubles, but
yeah.
It definitely helps
kind of a lazy wins in tennis game, yeah.
It definitely helps my footwork though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, Keaton, holidays are coming up. Rick and myself are getting ready to go into our world famous turkey coma.
Yeah, that's coming up.
So, over that holiday weekend, do the Mikesells get into a basketball hoop-hurrah outside, and you and your sister go at it one-on-one?
Not just me and her. I mean, us, my 2 older brothers, and then even my cousins, the Lumpkins. We're all out there doing something.
Well, good deal.
So, Keaton, who's better? Is it you or your sister? You can tell us here. No, us and the 10 million people.
Yeah, nobody
watching.
knows.
She just learns everything from me.
Oh, there you go. I like it. There you go.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah, but you do come. I mean, we've all watched your brothers play, and they played big roles on whatever sport that they played, basketball being one of them. And they had a lot of success. They went to regional finals.
Yep.
And one of those teams, I think, on both of those teams, when both Cole and Caleb were seniors, they had a shot at going to semi-state.
Yeah,
they were right there at the end. Didn't happen, but so maybe does that motivate you, by the way, to say now we want to take that next step and we want to go to win that regional?
Oh, yeah, I hear it from my dad all the time on who's going to be the best one to come through, and then I always hear them chirping in at me, too, that I haven't won a sectional championship, and I'm just like, well, I'm trying.
Yeah, because those guys were winning them every year
Yep.
at that point, and they had some good teams.
Grant, so, Raiden Faust is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Does that change your, your spot on the team?
Yeah, I think so. I think not even just me. I think us as a team, losing Peyton and Raiden and Ben, we all need to step up on the scoring and just, we've always just been used to having 2, if not all 3 of them in the game. We all got to get used to shooting the ball every time we get a chance.
Well, and you're right, because it is a lot of scoring there that left.
Mm-hmm.
And not only scoring, but excellent defense.
Yeah.
Lumpkin used to take offensive fouls all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We got somebody else going to step up and and be that offensive foul guy that draws those charges in there.
I think we'll all be there.
Oh, good. I like it. Nothing thrills me more than an offensive foul or gets the crowd going.
Yeah.
Other than a 3-point at the buzzer is always kind of
three-pointer
nice,
at the buzzer,
right?
maybe.
So Carson, now we talked to your coach Ross, and he says he thinks this team here is going to be defensively second to none of all the teams that he has. What are your thoughts on that? You guys are all defensive players. I mean, intensity and all that. So talk about that.
You know, me and Grant would go in night out guarding the best players.
Right.
And
so that'll continue, I'm assuming, you know, as you guys.
It's important that we talk on the defensive side and just play as a team. And
yeah. Well, I can remember Grant, always their best player. It doesn't matter if he's 6'8" or 6'2", you were assigned to him. And the guy from Warren Central last year probably, I think he only had like 13 or 14 points. So obviously, so defense, I want to ask all you guys, defense, is that an important part of your game, or what are some other aspects of the games that you think, you know, we're going to rely on? Go ahead, Grant.
I think most importantly, we all take pride in defense, and like everybody's heard, defense wins championships, and last year we were second in the state. I mean, with losing Raiden and losing that offense, if we keep the defense going, it doesn't matter as long as we can hold them to less points than we score. So.
Yeah, so a sectional is going to look a little different this year, different teams. Does it matter, Keaton? Does that matter to you? You don't care. Whoever's there, you want to play.
Yep.
Yeah, so whoever shows up. Where is the sectional this year? Is it at Shenandoah?
Yep.
Yeah, back at Shenandoah.
Back at Shenandoah. We've expressed how we feel about that.
Oh, yeah.
We like it at Hagerstown. It's a nice central location, and it's a great place. However, back at Shenandoah we go. So who knows what's going to happen. Your season, guys, especially the beginning of your season, you got some big teams on your schedule. You got Greenfield Central, 4A school, competitive. Anderson's going to come in. You got a holiday tournament also that's going to have some good teams.
Yeah,
so,
Fort Wayne South.
Yeah. So,
coming in.
All right, so this isn't the local some of the TEC teams. These are teams that you don't necessarily see all the time. So, Carson, what does that help you get ready for the rigors of the season and headed into sectionals?
Yeah, it's an early test for them hard games, early test, and it will show us where we are as a team.
Yeah,
and then keep going forward.
Yeah, Grant, what are your thoughts on playing these big teams? These good solid teams.
Coach Ross just told Dudley the other day about how he doesn't really count them as losses if we lose in the early season, that it's just teams showing us our weaknesses. So if we fall to one of these teams, we just move on. Realistically, in the grand scheme, losing to Greenfield Central or Anderson, like you guys said, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but we'd like to knock them off, though, right? You go in to win. You go in there with the attitude you want to win, right? So, but we understand the competition, all right, is going to be stepped up. As well, at the end of the year, you have Connersville every year, and they've been tough to beat. We haven't beaten them in a while. It would be nice to knock them off because they're always competitive. So, Keaton, I'll ask you the same question about the tough schedule that you're going to have, especially early before you get into conference play. So what are your thoughts on that?
And you kind of like they said, these teams are playing big schools that we're not used to playing, so they just bring out our weaknesses, something we need to work on and be ready to roll into sectionals.
Yeah, not only big schools, but they play in big gyms too.
Yeah.
Like things like the Tiernan Center, that size gym. Greenfield Central, we've been there at least to watch a regional game, I guess, right? So, Jerry?
Well, playing these other teams that we normally don't play, and we did a lot of that last year and even during the COVID year. We played a lot of teams that we never really get to play.
Warren Central comes to mind.
Warren Central comes in, and then the team from up north that had the two really good players.
Bowman Academy.
Bowman. And they came in. And I tell you what, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to see different than what we normally see. Some other athletes, how we react to those athletes, the speed, how we react to the speed. And, for the most part, Northeastern held their own, if not went above what people thought.
Yeah,
that was going to happen.
If you guys, you probably remember the Warren Central game last year. We were down to the wire with an opportunity to win that thing. It would have been great to knock them off. It didn't happen, but you stuck your nose in there and played well. All right, Jerry, I think we need to go to commercial.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, good luck. We'll be there. We'll be live streaming. Actually, we're going to live stream your game at Earlham. All right, so we'll be there. Knights Broadcasting.
Yeah.
Then all your home games and sectionals, hopefully, and we'll go as far as we can go, Jerry, with that to bring them all to us. So,
Yep.
So we'd like to thank Carson Scoretti, Grant Luby, and Keaton Mikesell. We'll be back with segment number 2. We got a couple more seniors we're going to talk to. So this is Knightline. We'll be back after these messages.
Hey there, my name is Gibson, and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities. And if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scoretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scoretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scoretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and we've got 2 more senior basketball players with us. We got Mr. Harmon down here on the end, and Mr. Terrell. Now, he has something on his shirt. Hopefully we can get that wiped off. Don't take offense at that at home.
Actually, Purdue could win.
I know
the
it.
Big Ten West and go to the. That's crazy.
Yeah, my wife and daughter graduated from Purdue.
Yeah.
I don't hold it against them, but that's fine.
All right, so I want to inform people, we were having a little banter back and forth between our studio audience and our participants over here, and there's always a mouthy one in the crowd, Jerry.
Well, we got to ask the question, who's your favorite teacher?
I'm gonna go KFR.
There you go.
Over Luby.
Over Luby. Oh, that's a great day here.
All right, gentlemen, welcome. Hey, so before you guys came in here tonight, we announced both of you guys as all-conference TEC football players, so congratulations
Thank
to
you.
both of you. Great stats, Carson. Your stats were just otherworldly. I don't know how they compare to, historically, but they got to be up there. So congratulations. And have you made a college decision yet? What do you have you got any thoughts or?
I'm waiting it out and just seeing what I can get and what's the best option that I can go to. And now I'm gonna take more visits soon and see whatever fits me best.
Yeah, busy time of year, right?
Yeah.
You're in basketball, obviously, so your attention goes to basketball. But there's a spot out there for you somewhere, playing quarterback at whatever level, good luck to that.
Thank you.
So, gentlemen, welcome. Caleb, welcome. All right, so I'm going to ask you some of the questions I asked the other guys. You're all seniors, every one of you guys. You all kind of grew up together on the basketball court. So, Caleb, tell us about that and how it affects you guys now as you're seniors. I'm going to make you think, by the way, so here you go.
Okay. It's just nice having a group that's, been together since 3rd grade. Just knowing where everybody's going to be and how everybody plays. It's nice.
Yeah, that chemistry, have you been, over the years, have you guys developed that chemistry that's important to teams? Now, do you let the underclassmen in on that here, or do you guys keep it to yourself?
A few of them.
So, Carson, you came off a successful football season. You didn't win the sectional, however, there was success, okay?
Yeah.
And I'd like to know from both of you guys, does that carry over to your next sport? Like now you're in basketball.
Yeah, it definitely carries over. I mean, it makes us want to win more games, and coming off of a loss, you don't want to lose the next one. So
yeah,
hopefully we can get this first win and then just keep rolling from there.
Yeah, Cale, how about you? Again, you were part of that team, all-conference player. So the competitiveness, and you guys were TEC champs again. Does that carry over into this sport here in basketball?
Yeah, no, I definitely second what Carson says, word for word. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you have that success. Hopefully success begets success. That's what we try. And we had a great fall year, Jerry, with all of our sports teams. And I just think it makes it better, for everybody probably. And you guys can attest to this. When your teams are winning, walking around school just gets a whole lot more fun. Is that kind of how it works there? Where if you're on a losing streak, it just makes it tougher. So, Jerry?
You talk about, the winning attitude from football coming in. And it's an attitude. It's a way of life. I saw what happened after that Tri-High loss, that it was back to the drawing board. We're going to buckle down. We're going to go at it. And I think that does carry over into the basketball a bunch, because you can see that work ethic out there, these teams. The guys that's been successful on their other teams, they come out here and they just put forth just that little bit more effort, and then it pulls everybody with them. It's like a vacuum.
Yeah. So, all right. So your role, Carson, on this team, you're athletic, okay? You can shoot, but the boards seem to be like where you're most at home. Both of you guys, really. So what do you see your strengths, helping this team reach its goals?
Every day at practice, I try being a leader and pushing every single person to work, and whether it's just walking to a spot, I want them to jog, and it's just like the little things. And I believe that if we can do the little things, we will become a successful team and all around. Yeah,
not every team has that, by the way, that leader who can lead by example, and show the way, okay? Because a lot of especially the younger kids, they got to be shown how to win on a varsity level. Caleb, what do you see your role as a team this year? Obviously, you're a big guy, all right? So I guess a rebound or two is in the offering here, or what do you think?
Hopefully just get a bunch of junk points, right? That's what big guys do.
Clean up the trash, baby,
Guys, Dennis Rodman made a fortune doing that.
Yeah, guys have made millions picking up the trash.
That's
so,
right.
You probably won't get paid millions. Maybe we could sneak a Subway or something, but not millions.
Not to mention he's a three-point shooter now.
Is he really?
What? What? You got the stroke down now with the 3-point?
I'm the best shooter on the team.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're serious. I can tell you're serious here. So are we going to see that in the games this year?
See it every game.
All right.
Whoa.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay, baby. We see it coming.
All right. So I have to tell everybody off camera, his 3 teammates are over there. They're all laughing. Okay, Caleb. Is there anything you want to say to those guys over there?
Just wait till the first game.
Yes, sir. I better start warming up for the boom, baby.
Well, if you could, if you're an inside player and you can hit the three, that just opens it up wide open inside.
Remember last year he went unconscious one game.
One game, yeah.
One game was unconscious.
Yeah.
And if he can do that every game, shoot.
Yep. So he's telling us, folks, that Caleb's going to be in a coma every single night. He's just like, he's going to go out and kill it. We're going to look forward to seeing it, okay? We can't wait to see it. So, all right, Carson, what's a successful season going to be this year? What would you describe as a success?
I want to win a sectional championship. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
I guess, but
it's been a while. You guys have not been on a sectional champion.
No.
I think they won them when you guys were in the 8th grade, and then we've been close.
Yeah.
Been in the games, but so that's goal number 1 is to get that sectional championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, you win conference too, but I think we can do that, and hopefully they'll just move us on to win sectionals and keep moving on.
Yeah. Be nice to get to that. So it's a different format this year, Jerry. Regional's going to be one game.
One game regional.
So and then I guess you call the semi-state weekend is what they'll call it. They'll do that day-nighter for semi-state. Yep. So, boy, sure it'd be a lot of fun to get to that point.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, again, I'll ask you that question. What would you describe as a successful season?
Just to make a state run. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah. A lot of good teams, around
absolutely.
the state. There's a lot of good teams in 2A. I'm guessing Eastern Hancock's going to be good again this year. Yeah. There's probably Winchester's going to be somewhere near the top of the TEC. Some of the, usual suspects there. And again, you're going to test your mettle here early in the season with those Greenfield Centrals and those Andersons and those types of teams. So, hey, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We all do it for fun, right? We're here for fun, but boy, it's sure nice to win those championships. Well, gentlemen, appreciate you showing up. Appreciate all you guys coming here. Jerry, any final thoughts for these guys right here?
I just wish them the best of luck and stay healthy all basketball season, because it's a long, grueling season. And
do you guys come into basketball season with no injuries or anything? Because I know after football, I noticed Caleb after every game he was icing his shoulder, so I don't know what that means. Sometimes you just do that, but you guys are in good health as far as nothing's going to hold you back.
Yeah, I'm good this year.
Okay, how about you, Caleb? You good?
We'll get through it.
All right, okay. In other words, they're not telling us. Right. That's what's going on. They're going to keep that secret. They're going with the Bill Belichick method here. They're not going to tell about any injuries they have. Well, fellas, we appreciate you coming, Carson Terrell and Caleb Harmon. Not long, a week from Wednesday, we'll be at Earlham College watching you guys, tip it off, and we'll look forward to it. And then it's just a grind right from there, because you'll be playing a lot, from there on in. So we're going to look forward to that, Jerry.
I got to see the Harmon 3 when he hits that 3. Are you doing this or that?
You'll get to see.
Okay, it's going to be a surprise. So make sure you tune in and watch.
Caleb's a man full of surprises. You don't know what's coming from.
So the first 3 you hit, you have to look up at our broadcast booth and go just like that. Okay.
I might shout you guys out.
All right. So give us a shout out.
We will look forward to that. So, well, it's been an hour already.
It's
Jerry.
been an hour, and gentlemen, thanks for stopping in tonight and chatting for a little bit. We're looking for you, and we'll be having some more sights and sounds of basketball here at the very end. And for Rick Fletcher, and I'm Jerry Middleton, and I guess it's time to say night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
It's been another great night.